you walk me through your touchdown catch and what happened on that play on Saturday?
You know, we got the signal that it was a fade route. Me and Stetson been putting a lot of work on those balls, like over the off season and during fall camp and stuff. So it was just a play that we practiced multiple times.
I'm sure you're used to seeing those kind of performances from Stetson at this point, but how impressed were you with what he was able to do against Oregon?
I mean, I kind of expected it. Like, you know, I mean, you know, we going into, you know, this is his third year with Coach Monken. Yeah, so he looked extremely comfortable. He looked like he was in full control, and it felt like he was. So, you know, it was something.
Speaking of Coach Monken, Kirby talked after the game about this being an offense that people at home watch and want to play in. As somebody that's out there, what is it that's so attractive about this offense?
Just the way we do things. Coach Monk always preaches doing it better than they do it. So, you know, we focus on the details, and you know, we kind of just buy in our role.
What kind of a reaction did you get in the film room at first look on that block for Ladd's touchdown? You and Brock both. That was it looked like he definitely had the easy part on that.
It was. You said what was my reaction?
What kind of reaction did you get from the team in the meeting room on that one?
I mean, they had kind of seen it like the day before, so it was like they kind of just knew the play was coming. They was expecting it.
What kind of rush though do you get making a block like that when you're just bulldozing somebody out the way? Is it the same thing as catching a touchdown?
I ain't gonna lie, my favorite part was just seeing Ladd cross the end zone, just knowing that I did my job, so that we, you know.
AD, you guys got a bunch of different receivers, even the running backs involved in the passing game. What do you feel like that showed this offense can be as far as getting so many different guys involved?
You know, it's kind of hard to game plan an offense like that, where everybody's getting their fair share and everybody's explosive in their own aspect. So I love it.
What makes Ladd so difficult to cover from your perspective?
Shoot, just the work that he put in. You know, like we ran through a lot of those plays 100,000 times. So it's like, you know, when the game came, we were just comfortable running those routes and doing our assignment.
Do you think opposing defenses underestimate him because his name's Lapham County, not necessarily the biggest guy in the world?
If they underestimate him, that's what we like.
What do you anticipate? This is a different sort of game than Oregon. There's such build up for that game, but it is a home opener. You guys playing Sanford for the first time as national champions. What's the thought? Play back home.
You know, Coach Kirby been preaching. Coach Kirby been preaching. Hey, hold on, let me get it. The standard doesn't need motivation. So, you know, we kind of just been embracing that, saying, you know, he says it. He done said it every team meeting this week. So, you know, we just all buying in, and it's all about preparation at the end of the day. We just preparing how we would the national championship game.
AD, what did you see from Dylan in his first college game?
I had a couple talks with the guys, you know what I'm saying, getting them ready, because, you know, that's a big moment, you know, the first college game. I could tell he was a little nervous, but he went out there and handled his business. And, you know, it was reps that he's been getting, so, you know, it was nothing new to him. I'm excited for him.
What kind of advice did you give him?
You know, just believe in your preparation. You know, like, the coaches wouldn't put you on the field if you weren't able to do it. So just keep doing what you're doing.
What do you think about Darnell's hurdle in that game?
That's a big dude. I was fired up. I was fired up. I was fired up.
Have you seen that in practice, or did it demonstrated?
No, that was. I don't think I've seen that one in practice yet.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it in Kentucky last year. I remember that.
Have you hurdled anybody yet?
No, sir. No, sir.
You just talked about everybody having a role, but you guys almost play a positionless offense. Everybody's able to block for each other on the outside. A lot of people are able to take those end arounds or screens. How much do you guys pride yourselves in being able to line up everywhere and do things? How much do you guys pride yourselves in just being, like lining up anywhere and just being able to do?
Oh, we just buying in our role. You know, we look at the signal, we get the signal, and we like, yeah, it's go time. Like we know what to do. We're all in a position because the coaches put us there. So it all comes down to execution.
There's been some talk about the team shifting away from a run-first attack and going to a pass-heavy offense. What do you think the team's offensive identity is going to be this year?
What do I think the team's identity? Putting forth your best foot and preparing for the game. And whatever the game plan is, no matter if it's pass first, run first, we all got to execute the same way.
We saw Kenny line up some out wide. How would you rate his receiving skills, what he's able to do?
The way I look at it, it's just like get him the ball. like he does his thing, you know. He been doing it since spring, the whole summer, all fall camp. So it's nothing new to us.
Does he talk trash to you guys as receivers?
Nah.
Interceptions in the yards?
Nah, no trash talking now.
Would you say that's an emphasis of this offense, just getting guys in space and getting the ball in their hands and letting them make plays?
Yeah, I say yeah. You know, when you have a guy like Kenny, when you have a guy like Ladd who is just so dangerous in open space, it's like sometimes you got to make it a priority to get the ball in their hands in open space.
Do you
Just let them do what they do.
Do you expect to see an increased role from Gilbert going forward in the season? We didn't see much in game one, like until like second half a lot. But do you expect to see more of an increased role from Reed?
Oh, for sure. We have a monster tight end room. You know, a bunch of guys can do a bunch of different things, and you know definitely.
What have you seen from Carson Beck so far this fall?
Oh, to be honest, everybody's just been getting better every day. Like, I mean, Carson be ripping that thing, Stet ripped that thing, Brock ripped that thing, Lil Gunner rip it. So you know, it's like, you know, we got something.
You say you got something, you start the confidence building about what you guys might have as a team this year.
Yes, sir.
Has an NFL young boy hit you up with any advice for the season or not yet?
I talked to him before the game. Yeah, he was just he told me to just go out there and do what you do, just play, don't think.
And obviously, like, you guys are two different players, obviously, but you can't help but notice you guys are similar builds and similar skill sets. Is there anything that you take from his game to apply to yours?
Oh yeah. You know, like I remember when I first got here and we were doing like one-on-one work or just like early practices in the spring. I just be sitting back watching him just taking notes. Like I'm like, man, I need to do some of what he does, because I mean it works for him.
What are some of those things that you kind of jot down?
Kind of the way he attacks the ball. You know, it's not always about receiving to him. So you know, like you'll see him get some monster blocks in, and his releases and stuff, and the way he do a little tempos and stuff. I like that.
Who do you think's a better blocker, you or him?
I ain't gonna compare me like that. So yeah, I say him. He got his years on his belt.
What was your reaction to the Malachi Starks interception?
Oh, I was like, dog, like that's crazy. In the first drive of your first collegiate game, and I mean, I had a talk with him before. I was like, you special. Like just keep doing what you're doing. Like it's the only thing that's different now is the people that's watching. and the team we going against. Like that's it. At the end of the day, you know, you gotta execute the calls and stuff. But you know, that was crazy.
Was there a moment in practice where you saw Malachi, whether the spring or his fall or whatever, and you're like, well, like you said, this dude's special.
Yeah.
What were some of those moments?
I'm not gonna lie, I just saw I saw in the film room, it was one play I couldn't really remember. I think somebody had a corner route, and I just saw like the way he reacted to it, and he just got going like that. I was like, whoa, like I ain't seen that from a lot of freshmen. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We have time for 2 more questions.
Going back to Stetson Bennett, when you guys get in the huddle, you see just the difference of from last year to this year with that leadership. Talk about that a little bit. Just seeing the difference in his confidence, his level of playing and leadership.
I mean, like I said, like he just looks, sounds, and acts more comfortable now. You know, he's just in control, and you know, in the huddle when he talking, everybody else stops and we listen to him, and you know, that's our leader.
What's the ceiling for this offense going forward?
It's up there. It's up there.
All right, thank you, Eddie.
Thanks.